that's expected, but seeing this is like, oh, this is not common for us.
Bilal and Shai's relationship has been all over the place, from the prenup to some really weird rumors about Bilal's secret surgery. You'll never believe what I just found out about Bilal from 90 Day Fiance. So Bilal and Shai's relationship has been pretty, well, interesting so far. From his weird prank with the old house to all that stuff about the prenup, I'm honestly shocked that he and Shai are still together. And I mean, they actually got married. I still can't even believe that. But if they thought that marriage would make things better between them, they were wrong, because there have been some weird rumors going around about Bilal, and if these turn out to be true, then I don't know what Shai might do when she finds out. When Bilal first brought up the prenup thing, Shai wasn't super happy about it, and the whole thing felt kind of condescending, and like it was only there to protect Bilal and not Shai. And so when she brought up that she wanted stuff included in the prenup that was, for her benefit, I was really happy. It just wouldn't feel fair otherwise. And one of the things that she wanted was for Bilal to promise her that they would have kids within the next 3 years, before she turned 40. And Bilal wasn't exactly happy about this, but Shai insisted. And I thought that they eventually agreed on this, but then something happened during the tell-all that made me think that Bilal was up to something. So he made some comments about how they would try for a baby if possible, which just seemed like such a weird thing to say. But then I came across this theory about Bilal, and it suddenly made so much more sense. So the theory is that Bilal might have actually had a vasectomy, and it's been pretty clear that out of the two of them, it's Shai who wants to have a kid. Bilal already has kids, and he doesn't seem all that excited about having any more, and so I think it's entirely possible that he had a vasectomy. He might have had it ages ago, way before Shai first brought this up, and he clearly doesn't want any more kids, which is fine. But what's not fine is that he might possibly be lying to Shai, and I don't know if or when he decided he didn't want any more kids, and it's entirely possible that if he did get a vasectomy, it was still while he was with his ex. And the reason why I think this theory is pretty likely to be true is because of the stuff Bilal said during the tell-all. He said something about how if it's in God's will, then they would have kids, which just seems so vague, and like he was trying to dodge the questions. It felt like he was saying that they would try, but he didn't think it would actually happen, and he just looked super guilty throughout this entire conversation, and it definitely feels like there was something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And another reason why I think this theory might be correct is because of what Shai said. She made some comments about how Bilal was an expert on not getting her pregnant, and that really makes it sound like they've been trying a lot, but nothing's happening. Clearly, Shai is confused about that, which makes sense since it looks like they've been actively trying, and she's still not pregnant. I think it's fine if Bilal doesn't want to have any more kids. I can see why he might not, want to have any more. His kids are older now, and he's such a tidy person that needs everything to be perfect and spotless all the time. So I can see how the idea of adding kids to the mix might be terrifying for him. And I mean, it'd probably be pretty impossible to keep up the level of cleanliness that Bilal likes with kids running around the house. And his ex even mentioned this, and she said that it was ridiculous how he kept, trying to keep the house in perfect shape while she was trying to raise their 2 little kids. And this was probably one of the things that caused their relationship to fall apart. So I get why Bilal might not want to go through this again, but he had already promised Shai that they would try for a kid before she turned 40. So I feel like he doesn't really have much of a choice here, and this is clearly super important to her. And if he really didn't want to do it, he shouldn't have agreed to it in the first place. And obviously, we don't know if Bilal's actually had a vasectomy, but I just wouldn't be surprised at all. And this whole prenup thing is also really weird. I mean, we know that Shai asked for that clause about children to be added in, but why do I get the feeling that nothing would actually happen if Bilal didn't come through on this? I mean, it just feels like the prenup is there for Bilal's benefit, but it does very little to protect Shai, and even the way he presented it to her, saying how this was just a way for him to protect himself, and if she wasn't planning on cheating on him, there was no reason for her not to sign it. And I just thought it was really weird, like the way he asked her if she was planning on cheating on him. I mean, why was he making it all about her? This should be a two-way street, but it just doesn't feel like that at all, and it feels like the prenup is there to trap Shai and keep her from ever leaving Bilal, no matter what. And Shai and Bilal are now on happily ever after, and one of the other couples, Yara and Jovi, had some stuff to say about them. Yara said that she already knew that she was going to be on Shai's side during their tell-all, and she said that Bilal got on her nerves sometimes, and she just wanted to tell him to sit down and be humble for once. And Jovi actually agreed with Yara. He said that he could see that there was a lot of tension between the two of them, and that he was curious to see how the whole thing played out. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious about that too. I mean, I'm especially looking forward to seeing Shai confront Bilal's ex-wife, Shaida, again. And because of some of the stuff Shaida said about Shai was not okay. I mean, first of all, why was she so invested in the prenup stuff? Why did she bring up that with Shai? I mean, that just felt so inappropriate, and she's Bilal's ex. This isn't her place to judge. And she basically said that she thought Shai was a gold digger who was just after Bilal's money. But why does she think she can comment on someone else's relationship? I mean, I get that she wants to protect her kids, but this was just not okay. And the worst part was that Bilal basically brushed the whole thing off and told Shai to just let it go, which is just so weird to me. Why is he allowing his ex to interfere in his relationship? The whole thing is just so bizarre. I do think that maybe Shaida just likes causing drama. I mean, she probably doesn't really care about Shai either way, so why wouldn't she make those comments? I mean, she doesn't owe anyone anything, and she gets to go on a TV show and be in the spotlight, so I get why she might want to stir some things up. But Bilal should know better, and he should stand up for his wife, and honestly, I just feel so bad for Shai. It feels like her wishes are being ignored, and she's just being told to get over it for Bilal's sake, but that just doesn't sit right with me. But what do you guys think? Do you agree that Bilal's in the wrong here? And what do you think, that he's actually had a vasectomy? Let me know in the comments below. And guys, like always, do me a huge favor. Hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button. And y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.